when I met my wife,
Mm-hmm.
her father was a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried it. I kind of went and she kind of like did a 360 on me and just said, this is, you can move up in the world in CNC, but
It was different opportunity
yeah,
for you. So.
there was a lot more opportunity out there to make more money. So.
What's up, everyone? We're in a Start CDL channel, Mile Zero, our project, and today we have Milan. Milan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You first time on a commercial video like that.
Yes.
How you feel?
A little nervous, but I'll get through it.
You don't need to. From where you come to us?
I'm actually from Ohio.
And what city?
Cleveland.
Cleveland. You came from other country before you moved in there, right?
Yes. Actually, originally I was born here, but then I moved to Serbia and I lived there for I would say 10 to 12, 13 years, and then I moved back to the U.S.
Okay.
in 89.
89, it's a long time ago.
Yes.
And our country was changed during this period. Like you remember probably everything.
It was a lot less, as a kid, I guess I couldn't say stressful, but it was, growing up was at the time a good time to, be a kid, I guess. But
what age you start working?
I'd say, I think I was 16 or 17 when I started working.
And what's your first job? What was it?
Actually, it was the CNC machinist.
CNC machinist?
Yeah, CNC machine operator.
Okay, so we basically,
started that trait, and then I don't know if I got sick of it or not, but it's just like the whole thing was, you had to stand on your feet for a good 8 to 10 hours a day, and
it's difficult.
It's very difficult on your knees, and
And you was kid at that time. Still 16. It's not old enough. And in Serbia, why your parents decide to move back to Serbia? What's the do you know reason why?
That's a good question. I don't know. I never asked them that question.
Well,
but my take is probably a better opportunity. Serbia was at that time kind of, I'm not saying in a communist country, but it was really tough.
Okay.
So my grandparents on my dad's side were here. They were in the U.S. all their life, so that kind of spiraled to my father moving to the U.S. with my brother because my parents got a divorce, and then my mother and I stayed back in Serbia, and until one day my mom decided, I can't live without my brother, so we just kind of packed up and just came to the U.S.
You told me you have a Ukrainian wife. Do you speak Ukrainian?
I do not speak Ukrainian, but I heard it's about 60 to 70% similar language. So I don't talk to her in Ukrainian. I talk to her in Serbian, but she understands a lot more Serbian than I understand Ukrainian.
When you after this third job, like what else did you did in a life? Like what other job you've been through?
After that, then I met my wife. That was like 7, 8, 10 years later. But I was at the time I was still doing trying to figure out if I go into the CNC machine career and going to school for that. And then I met my wife, and she did a 360 on me and just said, this is, you can move up in the world in CNC, but as I told you before, it was getting a little too, not old, but
it was different opportunity
yeah,
for you.
there was a lot more opportunity out there to make more money. So she she had friends in some courier fields, and at that time I started doing courier for a company delivering nuclear medicine to hospitals.
Okay.
So I was just using my car as
right,
as a transportation. So
first place what you want to visit as a truck driver, like if you pick up this kind of job, like what's the city you want to see first?
Well, that's well, as far west I went before getting into CDL school is Montana, but I'd like to go see California.
California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to say that I've been there.
Do you have a particular place where you want to go to? Los Angeles, like San Diego?
Sacramento.
Sacramento, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice there. Like it's kind of like similar weather to Serbia or Ukraine. So how you become to have idea to become a truck driver?
Well, I can say a few years back, maybe 6 to 8 years ago, when I met my wife, her father was a truck driver. So I tried it. I kind of went, head first into it. And back in Ohio, it's a lot more difficult to get it than, other places. But and then he just kept pushing me to get it. And I was comfortable with what I was doing at the time with, doing my other courier stuff. But, and then one of my other friends I met, he was Ukrainian. He's been driving since 2008, 2007. And then recently, one of my other friends that came to this school got his license. And he used to do something totally, he used to work at UPS for like 17, 18 years.
Wow.
And he was doing, second shift, and he had one baby. He had a baby girl or a baby boy, and then he had another baby girl. And I guess over time he realized, I don't see my kids growing up because he works second shift, and
right.
So he just said, I give him credit. He just said, no, I don't want to do this no more. And then the friend that my other friend told him, he goes, why don't you just go get your CDL? And you have 100% opportunity out in the field to do that.
I told that in the past, and I'm going to tell you that again. The truck driver can make a 3 calls and can find a job with the best pay. The company paying right now between $2,500 to $3,000 a week, which is awesome. All depends if you local or you are OTR. So that's a good backup also. Your father told you not he told it on purpose because you're gonna have a backup. Yeah. You always have a
that's what
plan
they said.
B.
Yeah, exactly. You can always fall back on, and it's never gonna disappear, and it's.
Right. And plus, what I want to add to it, even let's take a bottle of water. 60% of price for that bottle of water, it's logistics.
Yeah.
So the water have to come in from one place to the other. The plastic have to come into the factory. The cup, the cap have to come from the other place to the factory, and they all have to fill in with the water. So it's already logistic. From factory to the distribution center, it's another logistics one.
So distribution centers to the stores, and stores to the house. And
if we're gonna have enough truck drivers, the price is not gonna go that high and dramatically up, because it shows. Last year, all the prices went up at 20-30%. In particular, like milk and the water and everything. So, kind of like big shortage of the drivers all the time on place. We need more truck drivers all the time.
Yes.
I started in 2015, and was shortage 3,000 drivers at that point, and the company is still looking for the drivers. 3,000 out of 3 million people.
Yeah.
Right now it's 173,000 people, which is like
every time you open up the internet, it's like everybody's looking for CDL drivers.
Everybody's. So the truck driver looking for the job, 15 minutes or less. So
that's something crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy going on. So listen, I'm glad you came here to us. I'm glad you have a power on yourself and do something different, and start taking all the best from the world. All the best people come here, and we have you here, and we appreciate you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.